All right, so Act 4, Scene 2. Remember in Scene 1, Juliet had just gone to the friar to ask him for help. But remember in the end of Act 3, she had actually told the nurse that she was going to the friar for confession. So that's why they think she was gone. Let's go ahead and take a look at Act 4, Scene 2. We're in a hall in the Capulet's house. Enter Capulet, Lady Capulet, the nurse, and two serving men, and we start over here. Capulet, so many guests invite us here are writ. Exit first servant. Sirrah, go hire me 20 cunning cooks. Second servant, well, you shall have none ill, sir, for I'll try if they can lick their fingers. Capulet, how canst thou try them so? Second servant, marry, sir, 'tis an ill cook that cannot lick his own fingers, therefore he that cannot lick his fingers goes not with me. Kind of a little joke here, a bit of comic relief with the servant. He's basically just saying like, oh, I'll test all of the cooks to see how good they are, to see if they will actually lick their fingers, because if they can lick their fingers, then they know their own food is good. If they can't, then they probably even know that it's not good. Capulet, go, be gone. Exit second servant. Oh, we shall be much unfurnished for this time. I mean, we're on such a time crunch here. It's such a rush. What, is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence? Nurse, aye, forsooth. Capulet, well, he may chance to do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is. Meaning Juliet's just acting like a, um, a girl that wasn't born into the class that she was in, right? She's acting childish and selfish. So hopefully the friar will do some good on her, so like set her straight. The nurse, well, we'll see where she comes from shrift with merry look, meaning, hey, this is good. She looks happy. Enter Juliet. Capulet, how now, my headstrong? Where have you been gadding? Juliet, where I have learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests, and am enjoined by holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward, I am ever ruled by you. Okay, so she comes back and she says, look, Friar Lawrence convinced me to beg your pardon. Right, so I'm coming back and humbly just begging for your forgiveness. Capulet, send for the county, go tell him of this. I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning. Wait a minute, remember that it's only Tuesday, right? Okay, their wedding is supposed to be on Thursday. Okay, but now he says, I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning. So now he's thinking, oh, well, you are so kind of repentant, you're so happy, you're so willing. Let's screw Thursday, let's do this tomorrow, right? Juliet, I met the youthful lord at Lawrence's cell, and gave him what becomed love I might, not step over the bounds of modesty, meaning I was very polite and nice to him, and I showed him my, quote unquote love, not really, the appropriate form. Capulet, why, I'm glad on it. This is well. Stand up. This is as it should be. Let me see the county. Ay, marry, go, I say, and fetch him hither. Now, afore God, this reverend holy friar, our whole city is much bound to him. There's some pretty big irony there, because Capulet feels much bound to him, meaning like, oh, I owe the friar quite a bit. The fact that he would turn Juliet around and turn her back to submitting to my authority as her father. But the problem is he doesn't realize that the friar is actually the one who's giving her a plan to get out of the marriage, right? He doesn't know that, so there's some irony in that. Okay? Juliet, nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help me sort such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me tomorrow? Okay, so will you go with me and help me get kind of prepared for a wedding tomorrow? Which, again, that's different than the original plan. Okay? Lady Capulet, no, not till Thursday. There is time enough. Capulet, go nurse, go with her. We'll to church tomorrow. Okay, so Capulet is insisting upon this new wedding date of Wednesday and not Thursday. Okay, which complicates things a bit. Exit Juliet and the nurse. Lady Capulet, oh, we will be short in our provision. 'Tis now near night. Okay, so she's concerned about being prepared for everything. Okay, Capulet, tush, I will stir about, and all things shall be well. I warrant thee, wife. Go thou to Juliet, help to deck up her, meaning get her dressed for tomorrow. I'll not to bed tonight. Let me alone. I'll play the housewife for this once. Meaning I'm going to take care of all the details for you, lady. What ho? Meaning he's calling for his servants. Oh, they are forth. Well, I will walk myself to County Paris to prepare him up against tomorrow. Can't emphasize this enough that he's moving up the date. My heart is wondrous light, since the same wayward girl is so reclaimed. Okay, this same wayward girl, he's talking about his daughter. Okay, and he's saying that she is now reclaimed, which again, he's not aware that that was all just an act. She's not really reclaimed and she's not really submitting to his authority. In fact, she's doing quite the opposite in the plan with the friar. Okay. So again, here we are. It is Tuesday. Okay. And now she was supposed to get married on Thursday, which would have worked well with the initial plan because she takes the potion on Wednesday, which means she wouldn't have to get married to Paris. And then on Friday, she wakes up to Romeo. But now, if the wedding, okay, this wedding is supposed to be on Wednesday instead of Thursday, that changes the timeline here. Okay, and so I want you to think about how do you think this is going to affect the plan? What are they going to do in order to kind of adjust things?